To all of God people, good morning. I don't know who need this, but people really don't know that being in your presence is a blessing. And they be sitting up here trying to play in your face, knowing that you a child of God, knowing that the whole time they playing in God's face. I tell you, people really don't know that when they come into the presence of a chosen one, of an anointed queen or a king of God, that God anointed and appointed, they really don't even understand that they are in the presence of an angel and that they is trying to play in our face like they ain't playing in God's face. I tell you, people better start realizing that we are children of the Most High God, and that when you come in our presence, you better come in our presence like you know that we are a child of God, and stop trying to play in our face, because the whole time we be a blessing in disguise, and people just really don't know when they come into our presence and they mess up with us. They just don't know they be done forfeited their blessing. So I just wanted to come here today to tell somebody today that when people come in your presence, they just don't know they standing in the presence of an angel. And then what they just don't know is that you are a blessing to them. And see, that's why when people mess up with us, that's why we see them months or weeks, years down the line, we see them doing bad. We see them not looking as good as they was looking when they came into our presence. See, we change people in so many ways that they just don't understand. They just don't fathom it. That's why when they be thinking that they slick, they really ain't slick. When they be thinking that they really be doing us bodily harm, they really be doing themselves bodily harm, because at the end of the day, we are an angel. We are a earth angel. We are the chosen ones. And see, when we chosen, we know who we come from. We know what our assignment is. We know that we are birthed from out of God. We know we got his power running through us. So therefore, when people come in our presence and they come half stepping and they don't come whole 100 yards, but they come halfway doing an 80, 85 yards, knowing that we all weigh 100. That's why when they do mess up and they slip and they fumble us as a blessing, that's why later on down the line we be seeing that them scriptures that God say from his mouth, to touch not his anointed one and do his prophet no harm. We be seeing them scriptures on these peoples, and these peoples can't even fathom that they messed up with an angel. They messed up with a blessing from God. See, we was sent to them to be a blessing, but then they turned around and messed it up, and then now they ain't even got a blessing from us, and now they doing bad, they looking sad, and yet they is out here still trying to act like they ain't did nothing to us, but the whole time they know what they did to us. And I just wanted to come here today to tell somebody, because I was just sitting right here thinking that people really don't even know that to be in our presence is a blessing. They really don't even understand how real it is to get in the presence of an angel of God. And then if you treat that person right, being that we chosen, if they treat us right, they can receive a blessing from God, and they can receive whatever they've been praying or whatever they've been asking their pastors or they leaders or whoever to pray for them. They can receive it if they got faith to believe it. But we know sometimes it don't work out like this, because some people who come in our life think that they can just come just to do whatever they want to do, and then end up God have to show them. And that's how come many of them are our footstools. That's how come we walking all over many of them right now. So I just wanted to come here and let somebody know, because I don't know who this message is for, but all I know is the Holy Spirit laid it in my spirit, and I just needed to come here and tell somebody today that people really don't be knowing that when they in our presence, they in the presence, that it's a blessing to be in our presence. And when they take it for granted, that's when they be done messed up. And so God has a way, and God is so funny, because he has a way of really clapping back in a nice way to show these people that you know you messed up. See, when you overlooked them and you thought that they weren't gonna be nothing. Come here, somebody. When you thought they weren't gonna be nothing, or when you thought they weren't gonna have nothing, the whole time I was just hiding their value, because I didn't want you to really see just yet who they was, because you thought negative against them. You thought that they weren't gonna be nobody, but the whole time they was somebody. They was my earth angel. They was my chosen one. They was my anointed vessel. And you sat up here and you mistreated them. But look at them now. Look at them now. That's why I say when people come into our presence, they really don't even know that to be in our presence is a blessing. So I just wanted to shout out everybody who is the chosen one, and just to let you know that when people act like that you ain't no blessing, baby, the whole time you a blessing. They just don't realize it. And then sometimes they too stupid to realize that you are from God, that you was sent to bless them. You was sent here to do something for them, but then they messed it up by trying to act like you wasn't a blessing, but the whole time you was a blessing. And now we looking at them out here stressing. So just remember, chosen ones, people of God, kids on here, his anointed ones, remember who you are. And remember that when people come into your presence, it's a blessing to be in your presence. And when they get to acting stupid, just walk on away, because you know sooner or later down the line, you're going to see them again struggling. You're going to see them again looking bad. You're going to see them again looking sad because they fumbled you, who was a blessing. Okay? So just remember that. Hey to everybody in the comments. Hey, God bless each and every one of you all. But just remember that and go on about your day. And just remember, when people come into your presence, I don't care who they is. It can be the president. I don't care who they is and what they look like. When they step into your presence because you are a child of God, they just don't know that the presence that they standing in is a blessing. And so when they try to act like you ain't it and you know you is it, just don't worry about it. Don't argue. Just walk on off, because you know for yourself, eventually, sooner or later, they going to see that they fumbled their blessing. All right. So I want y'all to go and y'all have a blessed day. And just remember, when people come into your presence, it's a blessing to be in your presence. And when they try to act like you ain't a blessing, you just walk on off, because you is the blessing. And that's why later on down the line, you going to see they going to be stressing. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all go and have an amazing day. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye bye.